Hi guys, happy Monday. Mrs. Hanson here to do your phonics lesson for today. It is lesson 145, page 289 to 290. So go ahead and pull that out. Put your name on the top for me, please. And then we have been learning all about different parts of speech. So we've learned about a verb, and a verb is something that shows action. We've learned that a subject tells who or what did the action of the verb, right? So it's the person in your story or the thing in your story. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Some nouns are also subjects in the sentence. So if I said, Mrs. Hanson drank coffee, right? Mrs. Hanson would be my noun, and Mrs. Hanson would also be my subject because it's the who of the sentence. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. Okay, so it answers what kind, how many, it's descriptive. And an adverb is a word that describes a verb. It tells how the action of the verb was done. So we have learned all of these so far. So now we're going to take everything that we've learned and we're going to apply it to these 4 sentences down here. Okay, there are a lot of instructions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the first one. Okay, and then I'm going to jump down and do the first instruction to all 4 of these. Okay, then I'm going to go to number 2 and then so on and so forth. Okay, because otherwise it's going to be kind of confusing for me. So number 1 says read the sentences, draw 2 lines under the verb. So remember, what's a verb? It shows action. So I'm going to go down here. Ben quickly ate the red apple. What is the verb in this sentence? What is the action? Hopefully you said ate, because I can eat something, right? He ate it. It describes what he did. The second one, let's find the verb. The small boy said the Bible verse perfectly. What is the verb in this sentence? What's the action? The small boy, what did he do? He said. So said is my verb. The huge lion walked proudly. What's my action? The huge lion did what? He walked. And then James and Daniel built a red cart. What is my action in this sentence? They did what? They built. Good. So now let's go to number 2. Draw 1 line under each subject. Remember that some sentences may have more than one subject. So draw 1 line under the subject. So the first one, Ben quickly ate the red apple. What is my subject here? Who is the who in the sentence? Ben, right? The small boy said the Bible verse perfectly. What is my subject in this sentence? The boy, because that's my who. The huge lion walked proudly. What's this sentence about? Who is it about? The lion, so that's my subject. And James and Daniel built a red cart. I have 2 subjects in this sentence. I have James and Daniel, right? Because they both are building the red cart. Okay, number 3, find and draw boxes around the nouns, even the subjects. So even the ones that we underlined, we need to draw a box around because those are also nouns still, okay? So down here, Ben quickly ate the red apple. So we already know Ben's going to be box because they told us box are subjects and our subject is underlined. So Ben quickly ate the red apple. There is one more noun in this sentence. Remember noun, person, place, or thing. It is the apple. That's a thing. The small boy said the Bible verse perfectly. Okay. We have boy. That's a noun. And that's it. Okay. The huge lion walked proudly. What is this sentence about? It's about the lion. So the lion is a noun. And James and Daniel built a red cart. So we have James. We have Daniel. And there's one more in here. It is cart. Good. Jump back to this one. There's one more in here. Verse. Okay, a verse is a thing. All right, so that one can be boxed too. Okay. Look at the nouns and draw a circle around each adjective, and then draw a small arrow from the adjective to the noun it describes. So, adjective, describing words. They describe nouns. So, Ben is a noun. Is there any word that describes Ben? Nope. How about apple? Is there a word that describes apple? Yes, the apple is red. So we're going to circle red, and then we're going to draw an arrow to apple. Okay, then the small boy said the Bible verse perfectly. So boy, is there a word that describes boy? Yes, small. So we're going to circle it and draw an arrow. And then we have Bible describes the verse. The huge lion walked proudly. So we know that lion is a noun. Is there an adjective that describes lion? What does the lion look like? He's huge, right? So huge is an adjective, and we'll draw our arrow. James and Daniel built a red cart. So is there anything that describes James and Daniel? Does it say what they look like? Nope. How about cart? Is there a descriptive word for cart? Yes, it's red. Red cart. Good. And then the last instruction here, look at the verbs and draw a circle around each adverb. And then draw an arrow from the adverb to the verb it describes. So now we're doing the same thing, but with adverbs. Okay, so Ben quickly ate the red apple. So ate is my verb. What is the adverb that describes how he ate the red apple? Quickly, right? So we're going to circle quickly and draw an arrow to ate. The small boy said the Bible verse perfectly. So said is my verb. Is there a word that describes how he said it? Yes, he said it perfectly. So an adverb doesn't have to be right next to the verb. It can be further on in the sentence. A huge lion walked proudly. So walked is my verb. Is there a word that describes how he walked? Yeah, he walked proudly. And then James and Daniel built a red cart. Built is my verb. Is there a word that describes how they built it? Nope, so there is no adverb in here. All right, good job, boys and girls. Let's jump to the dictation. You are going to write the full sentence that I say, okay? The sentence is, I have learned so much. Listen to how I'm saying it. It will give you a clue of what's at the end. I have learned so much. I have learned so much. All right, if you're not done, go ahead and just pause the video. I have learned so much, and it should end with an exclamation point. All right, go ahead and flip your paper over so I can go over the instructions for you on the back. Number 1 says, read the sentences, choose an adverb from the box, so you're choosing one of these, that describes the verb in each blank. Remember that adverbs tell how the action of the verb is done. So, high in the mountains, the wind blows what? How do we want to say, which adverb do we want to use to describe how the wind blows? We could choose a bunch of them. We could say gently, quietly, the wind blows softly. Okay, you could use any of those. Okay, so there's no right or wrong answer really here, okay? You just need to make sure that it makes sense. Number 2, read the sentence. Think of an adjective to write in each blank. Remember, adjectives describe a noun by telling what kind or how many. So essentially you're doing the same thing up here, now just with adjectives, and you have to make them up. You're not using the words in the box. Okay, so if I could go camping, I would be sure to pack 20 or 5 or however many shirts, okay? All right, and then you're going to fill that out. So remember, adjective tell what kind or how many. Don't write the number 5. Do not write this. Okay, that's wrong. You need to write out the word. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll chat with you later. Bye.